Hey there everybody, it's Wayne D. Welcome to the website, WayneD.com. We're looking at Keith Mitchell, the victor in the Honda Classic. So here's a regular swing from 160 yards, and the reason I'm showing you this is that this video is going to be about Keith hitting a knockdown wedge shot, and I wanted to focus on that, but I wanted to show you what would be a nice full swing so we can see where the backswing goes here. Let's make this a little bigger. So there's a full backswing for Keith. It's 160 yards. He's going to strike into it and finish it all the way up. So that's normal. Now, this is different. So as you can see, he's got 91 yards to the hole. Let's watch what he does. This is the way I like to teach controlling wedge shots. Don't like the big. He could probably take his most lofted club and launch it up in the air. He's going to knock this down a little bit. So let's watch the backswing. So normally on a little knockdown like this, I would grip down on the club just a hair. Can't tell if he's doing that here, but the idea is to think to yourself, we're going to take half to three-quarter backswing. So if you're thinking half is at left arm parallel, then you can see here this is pretty close to three-quarters. The other thing you'll see here is the firming of the wrists and the elimination of some of the wrist cock. So when trying to hit a controlled wedge, you really don't want the club to set like it would normally when you're looking for more power. We want the hands to feel and the wrists to feel more solid coming through the ball. So we're just going to more or less drag the club into the ball. To reduce the spin, we're going to reduce the swing length, reduce the wrist cock a little bit, and then we're going to really importantly cut off the finish. So when I teach the shot, I teach that the hands, it's not the perfect camera angle, but the idea is that in the finish, if you can keep the hands from going past the face, so meaning not the club face, but your face, which would be right there. So from the face on view, if you can keep the hands from going around behind you, that means you've got to monitor the amount of force that you're going to use here. So the plan is to cut your swing off on both sides, thus reducing the normal club head speed with a full swing. And the other thing that does is it allows you to get your hands actually a little more in front of the ball. You're going to probably not load as much to the right, but you are going to stretch the thing out. Then we're going to try to drag it through the ball. So this would feel like an extended punch shot, where you're trying to forward lean the club, but doing so without all the speed that produces the spin that you don't really want. So if we watch this shot end up, you can see just enough spin to draw it back, but not off the green. So there was guys that were sucking these shots way back. So again, if you're working on your, and you can hit this shot with any of your clubs really. If you take a, say you have a 9-iron shot and you're into the breeze, and you take a 7-iron instead, if you grip down an inch, you've just made the club a 9-iron length. And if you produce a controlled swing length like this, you can give it 9-iron clubhead speed with a 7-iron trajectory, and now you've got a flat shot that'll fight the wind. It'll penetrate more. And that's your knockdown shot, or cutoff shot, or three-quarter shot, whatever you want to call it. But just remember, it's not only the backswing that has to be short, you have to cut that follow-through off so that you don't just take a shorter backswing and then give it a rip and finish full. That shot will almost go as far or further than if you take it all the way back.